Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of What If ANBU Naruto went back in time. If you enjoy the video then like, share and subscribe for more. So let's get started. Chapter 6. When Naruto finally caught up with his team, Kakashi told Team 7 that they were given the rest of the day off so they could rest up for their mission before poofing away. Naruto sighed and turned to his team. I wonder. He smiled a crooked smile before asking as cheerily as he could, I'm going to the lake in the forest. You guys want to come? Sasuke made no expression even when Sakura came from behind and tried to hug him. He simply did what Naruto had named the shudder shuffle. He shuddered then quickly moved, scuffing his feet on the ground. Sasuke grunted after a moment of silence. I'll go if Sasuke goes. Sakura chimed, causing Sasuke to inch away even more. Sasuke grunted again. Naruto smiled. Maybe I'll get my happy friends back sooner than I thought, Naruto thought as he began to leave his teammates, hoping they were following. They soon came to the lake after walking in silence the whole time, Naruto thinking about the great friendship he had shared with Sasuke. After he gave up the whole "my whole clan is dead, I must be an Avenger" thing. Sasuke, however, was thinking differently. He invited me along. That can only mean he wants to fight. Perhaps he's going to tell me how to get that strange chakra he's been giving off lately. Or maybe it's a trap. And so on. Sakura was just happy to be near Sasuke and blushed every time she looked at him. Hope she snaps out of that quickly, Naruto thought, glancing back. Yes, poor Sakura had to abandon her feelings for Sasuke when he ran away to join Sound, turning her affections to the person who always let her have his shoulder to cry on. She agreed to go out with him after about 6 months, and after a very, very extreme makeover. Naruto chuckled, remembering how he had helped tame the green beast of Konoha. Poor Lee. His forehead was red for 3 days. Thankfully they used permanent hair remover so his eyebrows won't grow back. Hell, even Sasuke had eventually found someone to love, even though he was the last one to get married. They had to be the scariest couple in Konoha. Flashback. Come on Sasuke. You're supposed to dance. Naruto whined. The rookie 9 plus Neji's team were all in a nightclub. Sasuke was brought along, told they were going to a party, but in reality, everyone was setting him up. Yeah, Sasuke, let loose for once in your life, Hinata egged on. Naruto had been married to Hinata for about a year at that point. I don't dance. That's the point I'm trying to make, Sasuke said. Over the years Sasuke had given up on his revenge, and become more open to the people he was close to. Naruto rolled his eyes and saw Sakura signaling to him. Sakura had brought Indigo with her to set Sasuke up with her. Indigo was a ninja from the Hidden Mist who moved to Konoha in hopes of becoming one of the best medic nins. Problem was, she had a personality like a brick. Naruto grabbed Sasuke's shoulders as did Sakura to Indigo. They both pushed them over to the stools where they now sat side by side. Sakura looked Indigo in the eyes and said, fine, if you're not going to dance just sit here. Naruto did the same to Sasuke. Sasuke and Indigo whined in unison. They asked at the same time as they turned to each other. Grrr. They growled angrily at each They both looked surprised. They seemed to say flirtingly. You're hot, they both said, causing the other to blink. Wanna go train? Indigo asked, almost excited. Do I ever? Sasuke said, almost happily. And with that, they both walked out of the club, leaving a creeped out Sakura, Hinata, and Naruto with their eyes twitching. That was creepy, the three said at the same time. We have created a relationship bound by one word, Sakura said. I pity their children, Naruto said, causing his two friends to shudder at the thought. They will be able to freeze lava by glaring at it, Hinata said. Scratch my last comment. I pity their children's classmates, Naruto said. The three glanced nervously at each other before being pulled back to the dance floor. End flashback. Naruto had been lost in his memories and began laughing out loud. When he snapped out of his thoughts, he was ankle-deep in water. Sakura and Sasuke gave him a weird look as Naruto smiled nervously. Sorry, just lost in my memories. Are we going to fight? Sasuke asked, changing the subject. Naruto blinked. No. Then why am I here? Sasuke asked. So we can bond and become closer friends, and have better teamwork. Naruto offered. I don't need any of that. All I need is power. Sasuke said coldly. Naruto sighed as he walked out of the water and grabbed 2 rocks and a small vine. You say you want power, yet true power comes from friendship and teamwork, Naruto started. Wow, this seems like deja vu. Sakura blinked. He's being philosophical again. He seems totally different ever since he graduated. Alone you can only do so much, Naruto said as he dropped one of the stones he picked up. It fell, moving the sand out and making a small hole. He then carefully picked up the stone and tied it together with the other stone he had. But if you have someone to back you up. Naruto dropped the 2 stones tied together a little bit away from the first crater. They fell, making a bigger hole than the single stone. You can do a lot more. Naruto pointed to the holes in the sand. Sasuke had no facial expression. There's nothing wrong in asking for help to achieve your goals, Naruto said, hoping to get through his thick layer of angst. You never had a family. What would you know? Sasuke growled. A lot more than you give me credit for, Naruto said calmly. Yep, definitely deja vu. Yeah, but hopefully it will have the same outcome. This caught Sasuke's attention. You know that I can't beat you in a sparring match, right? Naruto asked. This caused Sasuke to look Naruto in the eye and nod. But if I team up with Sakura, I bet we could beat you, Naruto said, stressing the we. You're on. Sasuke shouted as he jumped back. Naruto turned to Sakura. We'll attack from opposite sides, you distract him while I go in to hold him down, Naruto whispered to her. I can't hurt Sasuke. Sakura shouted, causing Naruto to roll his eyes. If you beat him he'll probably pay more attention to you. Naruto coaxed. Beat him into submission. Never thought of that. Hell yeah. Sasuke will have to notice me. Alright, I'll do it, Sakura said after a moment alone with herself. Naruto nodded. I'll leave you with a clone so he won't notice me as easily, Naruto said as he quickly made a clone then jumped off. Sasuke was too infuriated to take notice of this as Sakura and the clone charged. Sasuke dodged and blocked, but he found it rather difficult to get any punches in. He threw a punch at Sakura, who dodged, and retaliated with a punch of her own. It hit, and was probably going to leave a nice purple bruise under his eye. Before he knew it, he was on the ground with Naruto standing on his back holding a kunai to his neck. He wasn't sure how it had happened, but one thing for certain, he had lost a match. To the dead last and a fangirl no less. Case in point, Naruto said, letting Sasuke up. Sasuke grumbled incoherently under his breath. Anyway, do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Now, I'm going to do what I came here in the first place for, Naruto said as he took off his jacket. It doesn't matter. No one will ever change the fact that I'm an Avenger. Sasuke half shouted. Naruto shrugged. He went over to place his things on a large rock. Sakura blushed a bit when Naruto came back over wearing nothing but his green boxers. He went into the lake and started to swim. It was a saltwater lake that was connected to a river from the wave country's oceans. Sasuke was still angry, but it was slowly subsiding. Sakura was happy Sasuke wasn't moving away from her. You coming in? Naruto yelled from the middle of the lake. Sakura took a few steps and sat on a rock, letting her feet get wet. Sasuke just stood there, lost in his thoughts of destruction. Well, that went well, Naruto said to himself before diving to find what he was looking for. At the bottom he found what he wanted, some very shiny shells and quite a few oysters. He grabbed as many as he could carry then started to surface. Once his head broke into the air, he swam back to shore where a curious Sakura was sitting. Shells and clams, dope? Sasuke asked, coming back to reality. What are they for? Sakura asked, picking up a silvery blue shell. Hinata, I'm giving her a gift, Naruto said as he grabbed a stick. Oh yeah, what girl wouldn't want clams? Sasuke said looking at the oyster. First of all, they're oysters, and second, it's the inside that counts, Naruto said as he popped open an oyster, revealing a pearl. Sakura instantly went into girly mode. "AW, that's so sweet," she said, imagining Sasuke giving her a pearl necklace, pearl earrings, etc. "Why don't you just buy one?" Sasuke asked, calmly forgetting the earlier events. "I don't have enough money, so I'll do the next best thing." PFFT. Who needs love, Sasuke said, more to himself than his team. Naruto sighed at the comment before turning to see a square rock. Naruto looked at his teammates and jabbed a thumb at the rock. Sakura giggled, still lost in thought, and Sasuke raised an eyebrow. "Well, whatever, I'm leaving," Sasuke said and began to walk off. "Sasuke, wait for me. Will you maybe do something with me?" Sakura screamed as she ran after Sasuke. "Hey! Don't leave me all alone with the totally unsuspicious square rock with eye holes," Naruto yelled sarcastically. He turned to the rock and sighed. "And you would be?" Naruto asked. "As if I didn't already know. You're very good to have noticed me. Just what I expected from you, boss." And with that, the rock blew up. Konohamaru started to cough and hack from inhaling the smoke. "I/cough/want you to /cough/teach me how to do what you did to /cough/the Hokage and Urka." The kid whined. "On one condition," Naruto said, closing an eye. "Okay. What?" Konohamaru asked eagerly. "Help me open these oysters to get the pearls," Naruto said happily. The kid blinked. He was expecting something hard to prove he could do it. After collecting the things he needed and putting the pearls and shells in an inside pocket, he began the long process to train Konohamaru to do the sexy no jutsu. It took a few hours for him to get it right. Naruto grinned in remembrance. He may have been 23, but thanks to that jutsu, infiltration missions were a breeze. Thank the heavens for perverted men. After he perfected the jutsu and a few lectures from Naruto on why he wanted to be the Hokage, Ebisu showed up. "Ah, there you are, young master," he said, jumping down from a tree. "You must come back with me imminently to continue your training." Konohamaru then transformed into his version of the sexy no jutsu. Ebisu got a small nosebleed, blinked, and then went on to grab Konohamaru. Naruto made about 30 clones and transformed them all. The poor man flew back with a massive nosebleed. "Wow, that was amazing, boss," the kid yelled as Naruto walked over to where Ebisu flew. "That was disgraceful," the fox said as he examined the unconscious man. "Hey, don't want to change history too much. I just want to help the good get here faster," Naruto thought to Kyubi. Naruto soon left the lake and went home to make the necklaces for Hinata. It was dark when he had finished and set out to find her. It didn't take long for him to find her. She was in a training ground beating up a stump. "Hey Hinata," he called, causing her to jump. "Oh. Hello Naruto," she replied, blushing. "I got a surprise for you," Naruto said happily. Hinata's whole face went red. What is it?" Hinata asked excitedly, though it sounded more nervous. Naruto then brought out a small thing wrapped up in tissue. Hinata took it and gasped aloud when she saw it. "I'm going on a long mission, now you'll have a part of me with you. I hope you like it. I made it myself, so it's like I put my heart and soul into it," Naruto said, smiling. Naruto had strung the pearls in between the pieces of multicolored shells. At the front there were 3 aqua pieces of shell. Needless to say, her voice abandoned her. She put it on and turned bright red as she did so. Thank you," was all she managed to stammer out. "Glad you like it," Naruto said. "Let's do something when I get back, K." Hinata nodded and Naruto turned to leave, but then turned back to face Hinata. Hinata blushed even more at this. "Almost forgot," he said as he moved in closer. Hinata felt her face burn up as he moved closer and closer. A new type of tomato was formed as she felt what she had always dreamt about feeling one day. Naruto had kissed her. It was on the cheek, but that's all the proof she needed. Finally she knew, he liked her too. Naruto then turned to leave, grinning like a madman. He was still smiling when he got home. Hinata, however, stood dazed for a bit before fainting, still bright red. As soon as Naruto got home, he began to pack. Colorful language filled the air since Naruto was slowly realizing he didn't have half of what he wanted. He simply packed everything that was required with a few snacks, along with a few other things that he thought might be useful. As soon as he was packed, he went into the happy bliss known as sleep. He woke up the next morning greeting the sun's rays. Grumbling, knowing the fact that he wouldn't be able to get any more sleep, he sat up. Damn son. It won this round, he said through a yawn. He stripped off his pajamas, took a shower bashing into a wall on the way, got dressed, and ate breakfast, making sure everything was good to go. He left. He dropped his key off to Urika by slipping it through the mail slot before rushing off to the village gate to meet his team. He only had to wait 20 minutes for his team to arrive, then only another 10 for Kakashi to come with Tazuna. Once they were all there, they went over some things before leaving. The beginning of the trip turned out to be boring. Naruto was going over what had happened last time on the mission. He had to smile at how naive he had been. He began to meditate while still walking, a trick he had learned from Lee. Lee had also taught him how to sleep while running, a trick which he was thankful for when traveling extremely far distances in short periods of time. However, it didn't last long. He soon heard a rustle in the bushes. He smirked, remembering the demon brothers of the mist. He opened his eyes and spotted the puddle in the middle of the road. An idea pooled into his head. You guys go on a bit. I gotta take a leak, Naruto said to his team. Idiot, don't tell us this. Sakura yelled as she went to punch him on the head. Naruto was about to dodge, but then stopped himself. Sakura stomped away happily, seeing the bump she had inflicted. Naruto grinned evilly at the puddle and took his leak. Kakashi was watching Naruto from behind him, feeling sorry for the guys who he knew were hiding in there. Oh well, can't be helped, he thought. The demon brothers were beyond pissed. They were going to take out the Jounin first, but the kid just changed their minds. They'd kill this brat first. When Naruto started to walk away, the demon brother who was in the puddle came up and out, eye twitching with a deranged look on his face. I'll kill you for doing that, brat, he yelled as his brother jumped down out of the tree. Naruto put on his innocent face, then looked back at Kakashi. There was a guy in the puddle, he asked, innocent face on. When Kakashi nodded, his team all made disgusted faces. Naruto looked as if to say their fault, not mine. He was about to turn back around to fight them when he felt the cold metal wrap around his body. Kakashi had never been so worried in all his life. He was worried for his student. Annoying though he may be, he'd never hear the end of it if he got killed. Kakashi was about to run when the brothers pulled tight the chains. The metal bit into Naruto's flesh, blood slipped down them and onto the ground. The two pulled tighter and tighter until the chains were no longer visible, being deeply embedded in flesh. When Naruto slumped over, the two dropped him, completely mangled. Naruto! Kakashi screamed. Naruto! Sakura yelled, tears beginning to well up in her eyes. Idiot! Sasuke said loudly and angrily, but his voice held a hint of remorse. Poor kid. Tazuna gasped. Kakashi closed his eyes, then hung his head, knowing he had lost one of his first students. Chapter 7. When Naruto slumped over, the two dropped him, completely mangled. Naruto! Kakashi screamed. Naruto! Sakura yelled, tears beginning to well up in her eyes. Idiot! Sasuke said loudly and angrily, but his voice held a hint of remorse. Poor kid. Tazuna gasped. They all had a mix of emotions. Anger and sadness. Knew. He was so young. Was heard from behind them. They turned to look. Sasuke's eye began to twitch. Why are we all yelling? Naruto asked, confused. Now they all had a different mix of emotions. Anger, wanting to punch Naruto's head in for making them worry, and hugging him for being alright. We thought you got yourself killed. Sakura screamed. AW, you care. Naruto said somewhat sarcastically. They all looked back to where they thought Naruto was and heard a loud pop. The mangled Naruto disappeared in a puff of smoke. Kakashi then decided to attack the demon brothers. He quickly knocked them out, tied them up, then came back over. How were you able to do that? Sakura asked. It was just a clone with a replacement jutsu, Naruto whined. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. Naruto, that was a very advanced clone. That clone even bled before it disappeared, he said lazily. I was informed you could do Kage Bunshin, but what was that? Naruto rubbed the back of his head. I call it a chakra bunshin. Naruto announced happily. Interesting, Kakashi said before turning to Tazuna. We need to know some things from you, Kakashi said, causing Tazuna to flinch. We need to know if that was ninja attacking ninja, or if it was you they were after. Tazuna sighed and told them his story and why he had lied. Kakashi then explained that the mission just went up to a B rank, and also said they should turn back. But after some group protesting, he caved in and allowed the mission to still be on. They began walking again, but this time Naruto was explaining the chakra bunshin. You said that you called it a chakra bunshin, right? So that means it's of your own invention, Kakashi started, stressing the you called. Naruto nodded. Yeah, when I learned the Kage Bunshin I realized they were solids, which made me think it would be so cool if they could last as long as I wanted and take more than one hit. So that's what I did. They can even somewhat think on their own, which makes it a lot easier on my part when I need to coordinate them, Naruto said while smiling proudly. That could be quite handy. I'll have to watch for the hand signs. Maybe he'll let me copy it. Kakashi thought. I even learned how to make them without hand seals so I can do it without the enemy seeing. Naruto said, making Kakashi look disappointed. Damn. They only had a bit of peace before Zabuza showed up and attacked them. The genin were to protect the bridge builder while Kakashi fought. Naruto watched as everything took place just as he remembered it. Soon enough Kakashi was imprisoned inside the ball of water and Zabuza had sent a few water clones their way. Naruto made about 100 Kage Bunshins and sloppily punched at the water clones. Sasuke attacked as well, leaving Sakura to defend Tazuna by herself. About half of Naruto's clones had been defeated when he decided to get rid of the water clone. Naruto then made a run for Kakashi, who was yelling at them to run away and threw an onslaught of weaponry at Zabuza. Naruto made quite sure that the only way for him to come out alive would be to abandon his hold on Kakashi. Zabuza did just that. The distraction even made him lose enough concentration that the water clones that Sasuke and his Bunshins were still fighting dispelled. Gotta love it when things go better than planned, Naruto thought to himself. Kakashi, immediately after being freed from the water prison, uncovered the Sharingan. Kakashi then began to imitate everything that Zabuza did. Can you see into the future? Zabuza asked, somewhat fearful at how fast he was imitating him. Why yes. Kakashi said as he began to copy Zabuza's water dragon. The water dragons hit each other, spraying water everywhere. Zabuza went to attack again, but was stopped when Senbon needles pierced into his neck. There's good ol' Haku. Naruto thought as he spotted him. I've been tracking him for a while now. I thank you in your assistance in this capture, Haku said. Kakashi nodded in response. Haku then took Zabuza away, leaving no trace that they were even there. Kakashi looked like he was completely drained of energy, but luckily they were almost at their destination. Once they got to Tazuna's place, Team 7 helped their sensei up the stairs so he could rest. They all had different outlooks on their current situation. Sakura felt upset that she wasn't able to do more to help. Sasuke was angry that the hunter nin was stronger than him. Naruto felt bad for not fighting at his full potential, while Kakashi was just glad that everyone was in one piece. They didn't do much for the first bit they were there as their sensei was out cold and Tazuna didn't go anywhere. Sasuke spent most of his time brooding in a corner while Sakura and Naruto talked with their client's family. When Kakashi did wake up, though, they went out to do the tree climbing exercise. Now, let's see how we can have some fun with this, Naruto thought as Kakashi explained how to do it. He then climbed up the tree, crutches and all, and hung upside down off a branch, sticking to the bark with his chakra. I want you to get to the top of a tree only using your chakra and by channeling into your legs and feet. When it was their turn to try, Sakura made it up on her first try and Sasuke got up about 2 steps before falling back. Kakashi turned to Naruto expectantly. Come on Naruto, I understand that chakra control isn't one of your strong points but. Kakashi thought for a moment. I bet Sasuke can do it easier than you, he said, knowing of their rivalry from Urka. But I don't wanna. Naruto yelled childishly. Come on Naruto, Kakashi said, rubbing his temples. No. I don't wanna. Naruto yelled, crossing his arms on his chest, giving a pout. He could hear the fox laughing to no end in his mind. Naruto turned away from Kakashi so he wouldn't see him smile. Quit being a baby dope, Sasuke said, standing up. I said I don't wanna. Naruto screamed childishly before stomping off. Kakashi went after him. He didn't have to go far. Oh, for the love of. Kakashi said, smacking his head as he found the blonde. Naruto was standing in the middle of a river. On top of the water. Kakashi grumbled about stubborn know-it-all brats. That's great that you can do that Naruto, now let's go take a nice walk on the trees. Kakashi said. Fine, if he wants to act like a child then I'm going to treat him like one. Kakashi thought angrily. I don't wanna Naruto said simply and turned away again trying not to laugh. Come on, you can show Sasuke up if you make it up the tree before him, Kakashi bribed. No, was the simple reply. Fine, ultimate bribe. I'll buy you a bowl of Ichiraku ramen when we go back to Konoha, Kakashi coaxed. Back at the tree Sakura and Sasuke sweat dropped. They were high enough in the trees so they could see everything and they were talking loud enough, they didn't need to get any closer. Sasuke, do you know of any good happy hotels? Sakura asked. If you find one let me know, we'll send him there and split the costs 50-50th Sasuke said. Nope won't work. Naruto said happily. Kakashi glared. Fine, we'll do things the hard way. Kakashi then went over to Naruto, grabbed him by the back of his shirt collar, and began dragging him back. Sasuke and Sakura nearly face-faulted out of the trees they were in when they saw the look on Naruto's face. When Kakashi brought him back he glared firmly at him. Naruto crossed his arms yet again and pouted. It was the most pitiful face that any human being could possibly make. Climb, Kakashi said annoyed. Kit, if you look closely you can see his face turning red with anger. This is more amusing than the time you got your head stuck in that tree, and had to carry it to the hospital to get it removed. And with that Kyubi burst out into uncontrollable laughter. Must you always insult me? It is what I live for. Naruto sighed, though it went unnoticed. But it's too big. Kakashi gave him a death glare. Fine. Naruto screamed. Kakashi fell back from the volume then began poking his ear with his pinky. Naruto just walked straight to the tree and climbed all the way up to the top as if it were nothing. Happy now? Naruto said in a bored tone. What? Kakashi blinked, still probing his ear. He looked up the tree. Oh. Good job Naruto, now was that so bad? Naruto blew Kakashi a raspberry from up in the tree. Kakashi rolled his eaves. Sasuke was mad. No, Sasuke was beyond mad. The idiot. The class clown. The dope. Had done better than him. I need more power. These two are surpassing me. I can't let that happen. I need power so I may finally avenge my clan. And so on into much more bloody thoughts. Naruto then simply jumped down landing soundlessly on the ground. Sakura also came down, the two looked at Kakashi expectantly. Good job. Kakashi said in nervous cheer. Now I'm going help out Sasuke, okay. I'm off. Then he disappeared into smoke. Naruto turned to Sakura with a smile. So he started only to get whacked on the back of the head. Right, I get it. I'm gone Naruto said as he put his hands up defensively before taking off. Once out of earshot Naruto burst out laughing. I can't believe you actually did that. The fox said. Thought I'd never be free. Oh well, got some laughs out of it anyway Naruto sighed. Oh well. Now let's find a nice spot to destroy, Naruto said looking at the poor defenseless trees around him. Look 'tis a time skip. It was now sunset and Sasuke had finally made it to the top of the tree. It had taken him the past 5 hours to get up there. He sighed in triumph. He had used up pretty much all of his chakra. He gulped a bit as a very big realization hit him. How was he to get down? No chakra meant no sticking to the side of the tree. No sticking to the side of the tree meant he was going to have to climb down the normal way. Fortunately for him, the tree had very few branches to interrupt his fall to the ground. Sakura was at the base of tree cheering him on and getting on his nerves. He slowly began his descent to where a rabid pink-haired banshee awaited. Naruto had made a nice hole a while back to hide most of the debris he had made, and was already back at the house helping Tsunami cook. Naruto left no proof behind that he had been training in the spot by the river, unless that is you count the huge gaping holes filled with branches and mud. Yep, no one would ever know he was there. When Sasuke and Sakura had gotten back, the dinner was already on the table. Everyone had just sat down to eat when the two got in. I hope you all like it. It isn't much, but at least we won't go hungry, Tsunami said as she sat down at the table. Tazuna seemed to smile at the food in front of him. Naruto helped me out, and we only used half the food I thought we'd need. Naruto scratched his head upon having his name mentioned, but smiled nonetheless. They all sat down to eat, but Inari. It's all pointless. You can never win, only be stopped. And if you do, it's only temporary, Inari said. Looking downward, you'll just end up dead like all the others. Inari went to leave, but Naruto stopped him. You never know until you try. If you don't fight for change, then there will be none, Naruto said. Inari's eyes began to water. Don't cry, unless you're really happy. It shows weakness, Naruto said softly. Inari then quickly ran off. Naruto sighed, then went back to his meal, the rest of which was eaten in silence. After the meal, Naruto went out to train some more while the other two genin went to sleep and Kakashi had a talk with Inari. Naruto figured he would simply practice taijutsu so as to not cause too much damage. He ended up falling asleep right in the middle of the forest in a small clearing. The next morning, Team 7-1 woke up with a yawn. Something smells good, Sakura said, breathing deep. Kakashi nodded and left. Sasuke, who was on the other side of the room, pushed himself up groggily. He left into another room to get dressed. When Sasuke went downstairs, he was met with the ever-so-happy sight of Kakashi. Naruto probably is out in the forest somewhere, could you go find him and tell him breakfast is almost ready? Kakashi said in a tone that was too cheery for the morning. Fine, Sasuke answered miserably. He walked out to find the dope with a bit of a scowl. He only walked for 5 minutes before he found him. There were a few trees that had fallen, others had multiple dents in them. He looked around, then spotted Naruto. Right in the middle of it. Yo, idiot. Wakey wakey dumbass. Sasuke glared at Naruto's sleeping form. Well, I tried being nice, Sasuke thought to himself. Sasuke then went to kick Naruto in the side when he heard a growl. He looked to see a rather large cat protecting him. Sasuke blinked as the large orange cat then curled back up into a ball right beside Naruto, going back to sleep. Naruto awoke as a bird flew from its perch on his nose. He opened his eyes to see Sasuke staring down at him, raising an eyebrow. Naruto would have jumped away were it not for the unexpected weight on him. The hell? He asked himself. The teenage tiger, as Naruto realized, stood up and walked away, realizing its heat source would soon be gone. Naruto moved his arm, causing multiple foxes to run. He sat up confused. Naruto, I didn't know you were like that, Sasuke smirked a bit. Ha ha, real funny, Naruto said, shooing the various animals from around him. Dope. What's that on your head? Huh? Naruto said, feeling something furry on the top of his head. Oh shit. Chapter 8. It looks like a fox, Sasuke said, raising an eyebrow. I can probably. Naruto started. Sasuke took a closer look, then gave a smirk. I always thought your hair was a rat's nest, not a fox's, Sasuke said, poking an ear. Huh? Naruto said, dumbfounded. Come on, idiot, stop fraternizing with the wildlife. Breakfast is ready, Sasuke snapped. Naruto reached up to his head, but went more to the center. He picked it up so he could look at it. The white and red fox opened its eyes and yawned. Naruto began to laugh. It was a fox. It was just an ordinary fox. Sleeping on my head. Naruto laughed relieved. Well duh. What did you think it was? Sasuke asked, looking at Naruto strangely. Kyubi, I take it you did it for me. Not unless there is someone or something else in here with me that sensed him coming. If there is, please do tell. I would love the company, the fox replied sarcastically. Saves me a long line of questions I have to answer. I'm sure you'll find some way to thank me. Naruto looked up at Sasuke, who was sporting his usual bored expression. Heh, foxes like me, Naruto grinned. Well, at least something does, Sasuke said before walking away. Naruto placed the fox on the ground, and followed after him. After they had eaten their meal, Kakashi told them that Tazuna was going to go and work on the bridge, and they were going to make sure that nothing bad happened. Here. Take these with you in case you get tired. Tsunami said as they were about to leave. She handed them all a water bottle, each one looking the same. When they had finally reached the bridge, Team 7 noticed there weren't many people that were there to help build the bridge. Tazuna started getting to work and convincing people to stay. Naruto sighed as he took a sip from his water bottle. Hey. This isn't water, it's sake. I must have gotten the one meant for the old man. Oh well, I could use a drink. Naruto thought to himself as he took a bigger sip. Kit, I don't think you should drink too much of that, Kyubi advised. I can handle about 3 or 4 bottles before I get drunk. This stuff smells strong, and besides, your child body can't handle that much alcohol. That's imperceptible. Naruto thought to the fox. See, you're already getting tipsy. Imperceptible. When we went back, you were able to keep your strength because of your own memory, and that memory is transferred to your body so it knows how to react. However, holding your liquor you can't memorize. Kyubi said, hoping that Naruto wouldn't get drunk. Hey Naruto, you okay? Sakura asked. Yeah I think so, Naruto said, staggering a little on his feet. Too late, the Kyubi sighed. You look sick, Sakura said. Maybe you should lie down. Sasuke and I can watch things. Sasuke Naruto replied, not really understanding. Kakashi noticed Naruto staggering and decided to take a look, Sasuke following. What's wrong with him? Sasuke asked miserably. Haha, hey Sasuke, we should get the group back together. Sing to the girls and they always liked that. Naruto said, swinging an arm over Sasuke's shoulder. What are you talking about? Get off, Sasuke said, pushing the blonde away. After you kicked the bucket to for a split. Couldn't replace ya. Naruto said, stressing the syllables on every word. He took another swig of the alcohol. Kakashi took the bottle from him, then his eye turned up into a smile. He'll be fine, he's just drunk. He said happily. Hat. Sasuke rolled his eyes. Book it. Is that even a word? You're drunk. The fox sighed. I drunk not am. Naruto shouted. Idiot. Who you calling an idiot? Naruto said, staggering. You for getting drunk. And on a mission no less. A mission / Naruto said. Naruto, who are you talking to? Sakura asked. The fuzzball fox that / lives in my head. Naruto blinked a bit. Right. Sakura said. Not noticing Kakashi's eye widen in horror. Now he said that he was going to take control of my body inka / and ka - spicuous lie. Before I hurt myself. And others. Naruto said, then staggered back a bit. Kakashi was silently freaking out. He just called me a dumbass / but. / I am above him / I have opposable thumbs. Naruto yelled at the top of his lungs, giving thumbs up. The genin of Team 7 sweat dropped, while Kakashi face faulted. Note to self. Teach Naruto not to mock the big fox demon who wants to kill us all, Kakashi thought as he stood up. Naruto's eyes closed, and when he reopened them his pupil had a small ring of red around it, though it went unnoticed to all but Kakashi. Well, I'm going to have a little talk with Naruto about the importance of underage drinking. With that he took Naruto off into the nearby woods that were across the bridge. He does mean the importance of not drinking underage, right? Sakura asked Sasuke, but saw he was already walking back to Tazuna. Kakashi had Naruto Kyuubi by the wrist, and was doing his best to stay calm. What are you going to do with Naruto? Are you going to use his body to get revenge on Konoha? Kakashi said, trying his best to hide his fear and uncovering the Sharingan. Kyuubi raised an eyebrow. I would do that, why? He said calmly. This comment startled him. Why, you're not going to kill my team? Kakashi said as threateningly as he could. No, I am not going to harm Maul or kill anyone in any way, Kyuubi said, getting annoyed. The only reason I'm taking control of the kit is because the last time he got drunk well, let's just say he wasn't allowed anything pointy for a while. Kakashi gulped. He was finally going to ask the question that had been plaguing him for 12 years. Why did you attack Konoha 12 years ago? Kakashi asked, a little calmer now. Kyuubi looked him straight in the eye, startling him. I was just passing by in a forest that surrounded your village. I had shrunk my size, so I was no larger than a big dog. A few leaf ninjas spotted me and thought I was sneaking towards the village to attack. They attacked me, I tried to evade, but I wasn't quick enough as I was. I thought I could cover more ground if I had bigger paws, so I went to my normal size. That's when the village sounded the alarm. I was being attacked by nearly everyone I saw. So I was labeled by everyone as a threat. I attacked, hoping that everyone would just leave me alone. I was then confronted by the Hokage, who sealed me into this kit. So you did have reasons other than just wanting a bloodbath, Kakashi said, more to himself than the fox. I could only stay on the defensive for so long. Kakashi nodded. Now that I know the story I understand, Kakashi said, bringing his forehead protector back down. The kit will be out of his drunken stupor soon, thanks to my healing powers, Kyuubi said, and Kakashi nodded, still wary of the kitsune. So then Naruto knows? Kakashi said. Naruto gave him a look that let an unspoken duh hang in the air. How long has he known? Kakashi asked seriously. Since he was 12, but I can't exactly say that. The kitsune thought. Since he was, 4. Kakashi's eye widened in surprise. The boy knew all this time? And yet he still. His voice trailed off. How did he find out? Shit. Damn, the kid's better at thinking up lies. Well, he fell asleep during a meditation thing he was doing, trying to open his chakra paths, and when he fell asleep he was brought to me, the kitsune said, shifty-eyed. Naruto will have to come with me to the Hokage when we get back. Naruto nodded. Naruto is sobering up a little. Kakashi nodded. Naruto closed his eyes, and when they reopened they were once again pure blue. I now have a hangover. Perfect, Naruto said, holding his head. He looked up at a somewhat startled Kakashi. Naruto blinked. I can explain? Or pay for whatever I broke? Naruto offered. Kakashi shook his head. It's not that. When you found out about the Kyuubi, why didn't you tell anyone that you knew? Naruto hung his head as if in shame. Kyuubi. What did you tell him so I can add to it, and not have two different stories? You first met me when you were 4 during a mediation exercise when you fell asleep. I didn't want it to spread. After I woke up I felt relieved. I finally knew why everyone hated me, yet I didn't want anyone else to hate me. Kakashi nodded. After we get back to Konoha, we will have to tell the Hokage, Kakashi said calmly. Naruto nodded. Now, let's go back to the others. Back on the bridge, Sakura was hopelessly trying to get Sasuke to notice her by following him around like a lost puppy, and talking his ear off. Sasuke was getting annoyed, and was actually hoping the blonde idiot would get back soon. Sasuke let out an aggravated sigh, hoping Sakura would leave and go do something else. Message not received. Sakura just kept talking. Finally he saw Kakashi and Naruto walking back. He sighed again only to hear laughter. He turned around to see foggy mist setting in over the bridge, limiting his vision. Kakashi and Naruto had run over and Kakashi was now in front of his students and the builder. HMF. So here we are, it's our rematch. Zabuza came out of the mist and stood close enough, so his figure was made out in the fog. And this time I won't underestimate those brats. He yelled as Haku jumped behind Sasuke and Naruto. Sasuke immediately started attacking Haku, pushing him back deeper into the fog and away from Kakashi and Zabuza. Sakura! Protect Tazuna! Kakashi yelled as he started lifting his headband, showing his Sharingan. They then began to battle. Sasuke had gotten a few hits in on Haku, but Haku had the upper hand. You are quite good. However, what I'm about to do next will be the last thing you see, Haku said calmly as he brought his hands into a seal. Secret jutsu. Crystal ice mirrors. Sasuke looked around as several rectangular blocks of ice rose up and had an image of Haku on each one. Hey Sasuke! Naruto yelled from the outer side of the ice. The next thing he knew, Naruto was right in front of him about 3 inches from his face. Look, I snuck in here to help you out. Naruto said happily. Idiot, Sasuke muttered. Don't worry, I'll be helpful. Naruto somewhat pouted. Now, while they're distracted. Haku thought as he threw a Senbon needle at Sasuke, hoping to hit his lower spine. However, at the exact moment the needle left Haku's hand, Sasuke started to stand up. The needle then hit Sasuke square on the ass. Sasuke, feeling the pain, jumped forward. Right into Naruto. The two friends met in an unfortunate experience. As the two broke apart they began gagging, holding their throats. You son of a bitch! Naruto hollered. You jackass! Sasuke yelled back. Ick! I thought I escaped that misfortune when I just sat in a seat in class. Naruto thought, spitting. Best not tell anyone about it. Your wife might think you were cheating on her. The fox burst out laughing. Haku was finding it quite hard to stay calm and composed watching the whole scene. I can't believe you just kissed me. Naruto screamed. Haku couldn't take it anymore. The looks on their faces were getting to him. Naruto looked at a mirror. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You bastard. Haku couldn't help it. He was losing control of his mirrors. Naruto had walked back to Sasuke and was holding him by the front collar of his shirt. This never leaves the dome. Naruto said to Sasuke, who could only nod. Haku lost control of his mirrors completely. The images shattered, and the real one fell from the one he was in, which was right above Naruto. Haku fell on Naruto, knocking him forward. Sasuke lost his balance and fell backwards. Naruto, after recovering from his shock, sat up on Sasuke. You gay bastard! Naruto and Sasuke both yelled. You kissed me again! Naruto screamed at the top of his lungs. Naruto turned to Haku, who was rolled up into a ball laughing. I swear to God, I'll beat you to a bloody pulp for this. Naruto. Sasuke said, getting Naruto's attention. Naruto asked. Will you get the hell off of me? Sasuke yelled. Naruto then realized the position that he and Sasuke were in. That! Naruto yelled as he stood up away from Sasuke. This gave Haku only more to laugh at. The two turned to him. Sasuke's anger kept rising. He could see red. Literally. Got some rope? Naruto asked through gritted teeth, taking notice that Sasuke's Sharingan was activated. Sasuke nodded and handed Naruto a long rope. You are going to get so much done to you. Naruto yelled as he started to tie the hunter nin up. Haku had stopped laughing, but was in a stupor when Sasuke punched the nin in the head. Outside the icy dome, Kakashi, Tazuna, Zabuza and Sakura had turned their heads towards where Naruto and Sasuke had run off, and were listening ever since they had heard the first yell. They were all still until the yelling stopped. Kakashi looked at Zabuza. Should we check on them? Kakashi asked. Don't change the subject. We're still fighting here. And besides, it sounds like they're getting along just fine. Kakashi looked somewhat disturbed at what the other man had said. In the current situation, it would be wise to choose your words carefully. Sakura looked thoroughly disgusted. Do I even want to know what poor Sasuke is going through? She asked herself. A sharp noise caught her ears. She turned to look towards her teacher who was currently holding a glowing blue ball. Kunari! Kakashi screamed as he charged at Zabuza. Chapter 9. Kunari! Kakashi screamed as he charged at Zabuza. Blood splattered as the kunari hit. The light faded to reveal what Kakashi had hit. Zabuza's shoulder was bleeding heavily. You missed your target. Guess that eye of yours isn't as great as it seemed, Zabuza said, although strained, moving a kunai closer to his neck. The air around the two jonin was thick with tension, anger, and well, all-around frustration when "Hey Kakashi-sensei. We tied up the perverted transvestite, is that alright? Well, at least it was. That brat always ruins the mood," Zabuza said, looking in the direction where he heard the kid's voice. Sasuke and Naruto came running out of the fog carrying a big bundle. Naruto had removed Haku's mask and loved the expression on Sasuke's face when he learned that Haku was in fact a guy. How could they defeat Haku? Zabuza said, quite startled. Oh, that's easy. Naruto started smiling like an idiot. We made him laugh himself out of the ice mirror. He said happily. Everyone but Sasuke, Naruto, and Haku face faulted, although Haku snickered a little. Naruto blinked. Huh? You're still awake? I could have sworn you passed out from lack of air when you were having that fit back there, Naruto said, confused. No, I was quite awake. Haku replied. And you still let us do all that to you? Sasuke said, eyeing a bruise on Haku's cheek. Sakura suddenly screeched, what the hell were you three doing over there? The three blinked. What do you mean? Haku asked. Sakura's eye twitched. And never mind. Sasuke and Naruto brought Haku over and put him down beside Sakura, who looked extremely relieved. You were just beating him up. That's good, she said, more to herself. The others heard her, but decided against asking. I have my reasons for letting you do what you did, Haku said in a monotone. Naruto looked at Haku sympathetically. I never did really learn why he ended up like that. Naruto thought, thinking back to his first childhood. I should probably stop Kakashi from hurting Zabuza too badly too, so he might be able to hold up against Getu's army. Then he sensed it. Off to the northern part of the bridge. Getu was there watching from in the fog. He was most likely there last time, the fox answered before Naruto could ask. Kakashi was so into his battle last time that he missed the aura, and back then, he couldn't sense it unless it was a really big chakra source. Naruto thought excitedly. Perfect. With that thought in mind, Naruto ran off into the direction he felt the aura, leaving everyone very confused. If I can find some way to get him to spill his guts earlier than last time, Zabuza might have a chance. Naruto said happily as he raced to the source. Sure enough, he soon saw the shapes in the distance get clearer. He was soon in earshot. When he gets killed by that Kakashi, we swoop in and finish the injured guy off, someone said. That fool, did he really expect Getu to pay him? This was his plan from the start, and he fell right into his trap. And soon he will be dead. Naruto recognized that particular voice as Getu. Naruto smiled. That was easier than I thought it would be, he said to himself, tapping a microphone that was hanging off his shirt collar. He had dropped the earpiece on Haku when he ran off. With any luck they heard it, and Zabuza will. Naruto smiled even broader, seeing the fog lift. Then he laughed, seeing how far he had actually run in the fog. His team was only about 10 meters away from him. Getu looked smug and confident as he called out, well, you're not dead yet. But you must be injured quite a bit because the fog lifted. No matter, you will die here. Getu held up a cane, causing his lackeys to charge. Zabuza turned back for a second and Sasuke threw him a few kunai. He put one in his mouth, and had one in each hand. He charged, but unlike last time, he was only slightly injured. He hadn't yet lost the nerves in his arms, but they were both still badly injured, giving him limited ability with them. His arms hung loosely as he spun, kicked, and head-butted through all of the lackeys in his way to Gedu. He eventually got to Gedu, and once again hit him over the edge of the bridge. However, this time, Zabuza did not fall over. This time he walked over to Haku, who was still tied up. Naruto went back to his team and was watching intently. Haku, Zabuza started. Haku looked up attentively. Yes? He asked. I want you to live your life the way you want to. Haku was taken aback at these words. But my life is yours. My only purpose is to serve you. Haku said, surprised. Then serve me by living the way that you want, follow your own dream, live your own life, Zabuza said, not looking at the boy the whole time. But Haku looked confused. Don't be a tool to anyone anymore. I shall do the same. Zabuza then looked the boy in the eye. Goodbye. You shall be happier this way. I will visit, I promise, Zabuza said before disappearing in a swirl of mist. It seemed that only Naruto caught the last part and smiled softly. So what will you do now? Naruto asked. Tell you that some of Gedu's men are still alive and coming this way. Haku asked, confused. Well, that's a start of thinking on your own. Naruto said before he realized what exactly Haku said. You killed our meal ticket. Someone yelled from behind. Oh shit, Naruto mumbled. Sasuke saw an arrow fly over to the lackeys and looked to where it had been shot from. Inari was standing there with the whole village behind him. Kakashi had used a cloning jutsu, and there were now 20 of him. Everyone watched as the lackeys seemed to get cold feet as they ran the other way, yelling at. We're outnumbered. Sakura cut Haku's ropes, and he was now standing facing Naruto. If you'd like you can come back to Konoha with us. Kakashi said. Haku nodded. Yes, I would. Like that. Naruto smiled. Sorry about tying you up. But it's okay, we can be friends now. Idiot mode commence. The fox said as if he were piloting a fighter ship. Friends. Yes. And I am also sorry for making you and your precious person. He started. But was cut off by two extremely loud shouts of that never leaves the ice dome. Haku blinked. But yeah, apology accepted, Naruto said. Inari by this time had led the villagers over to where they were standing. You did it, Naruto. Inari yelled happily. And you as well, Naruto smiled. Team 7 plus Haku were escorted by the village back to the bridge to see them off. They all waved their goodbyes. Inari cried out his happy tears as he made Naruto promise he would come back to visit. Team 7 went happily home on the newly named Great Naruto Bridge. Later that day, Team 7 plus Haku were still traveling, but they seemed to be taking less time to get back than they took to get there. It was also quiet. Maybe too quiet. Well, unless you count the occasional giggle coming from Haku and Kakashi. And the occasional swearing coming from Naruto. And the occasional death threats coming from Sasuke. And the sounds of a daydreaming preteen girl. Okay, so maybe it wasn't all that quiet. Soon they had gotten back to Konoha, snapping everyone out of the little worlds they were in and bringing them back to reality. Once back inside, Kakashi spoke up. Naruto, Haku, could you two come with me to the Hokage? And Sasuke, Sakura? The two looked up. You're dismissed, he said lazily before ushering Haku and Naruto off to the Hokage Tower. They had only been walking for a few minutes when Haku began noticing the glares of the villagers. He shuddered slightly as lost memories from the past came up. Naruto noticed this and said solemnly, don't worry, they're throwing the glares at me, not you. Haku looked over at the blonde boy. Why would they hate you like this? Haku asked. Perhaps he is like me. Haku thought to himself. Something from my past that I had no control over, Naruto replied. Haku nodded in understanding. Kakashi smiled knowingly. Those two will get along just fine. Soon they arrived at the Hokage Tower, where Kakashi went in to talk to the third first. Then Naruto went in to talk to the Hokage, repeating the same story he had told Kakashi earlier. He even managed to get his eyes to water just enough to the point where it looked realistic. The fox was giving him a fake Grammy award for his wonderful performance. So you fell asleep meditating, was brought to the Kyuubi's prison, and became friends with him. The Hokage repeated for the 5th time. Naruto nodded and sniffed. I was just really scared about telling anyone. I didn't want to drive anyone else away. Naruto said. And the winner of the Best Leading Actor award is Uzumaki Naruto. The fox said I couldn't have done it without years of practice. Thank you, thank you. Naruto thought back to the Kyuubi. Okay, thank you Kakashi and Naruto. Now, who is the person who would like to come into the village? Naruto was then ushered out of the Hokage's office and told to tell Haku to come in, and then he was to wait in the waiting room. After a few minutes Haku came out, but he had a leaf headband on instead of a mist one. Well, Kakashi started, the Hokage has decided to make Haku a genin, you are going to be the one showing him around, Kakashi said happily. Naruto nodded. Where will he live? Naruto said after a moment of thought. Kakashi's smile seemed to widen under the mask. Well, as luck would have it. I really don't like his tone. Naruto thought. There is an apartment room open in the building where you currently reside. His visible eye starting to take on that familiar U shape. Naruto blinked. Since when? Right beside you. He looked as if he would burst out with laughter at any moment from the expression on Naruto's face. Naruto almost face-faulted. That's it. I thought I was going to be tethered to him or something. I hate when he does that. Outside he just nodded with a big smile, his eye twitching slightly. Haku walked over to him and smiled as well. I shall try to do my best as a Konoha shinobi. And as a friend. Naruto was told by Kakashi to take Haku out to get some things he would need for his new apartment. The Hokage was nice enough to give Haku some money. The first thing Haku had bought was a bed. Which leads us to the lesson for the day. No matter how much of a powerful shinobi you are, it still takes more than 2 people to get a damn bed into a door. Carrying it to the apartment was no problem, neither was getting the thing into the building through the double doors, and getting a 300-pound bed up the stairs. Oh no. But the door to Haku's apartment was smaller. Much smaller. Goddamn IT. Get IT in there. Naruto shouted, getting more frustrated by the minute. I can't push any harder without breaking IT. Haku yelled, also getting angry at the inanimate object. I think it's almost through. Try a different angle. Naruto yelled. NNNN. NRG. Grea. Gak. Now what? Naruto asked. Perhaps you could explain what you two were doing up here. Sakura said, twitching, as she walked up, Hinata beside her. Do you know how that sounded? Hinata said, louder than usual. Well, at least for her. Sakura looked over at the girl who was red-faced. Noticing all eyes on her, she deepened in color. Sorry, she stuttered softer. Everyone face-faulted. Hey Hinata. Sakura. What are you doing here? Naruto asked, peeking out of the doorway. Well, I asked Kakashi where Haku went so I could help him get better settled in. He told me that this is where he was going to live. Here. Sakura said, handing Haku a plate of cookies. Thank you, he said, standing to take them. Heh so anyway Haku, where's the bedroom? Naruto asked, remembering the bed. 3 doors down the hall and to the left, Haku said miserably. We'll help you, Sakura said happily. I'll help too, Hinata stuttered blushing. Okay, this is the last door. Naruto said tiredly. Hey, Hinata. Naruto asked. Why yes. Hinata replied. After we're done here, how about I cook us dinner? Naruto asked, making Hinata's face light up. Why yes, I'd like that. I mean, if it's not too much tea trouble, she replied, pushing her fingers together. AW, he's sweet when he's not being annoying and bothering me. Sakura thought as she began to push. Naruto went on the other side and began to pull. There was a pop outside the apartment, though no one heard it. A certain silver-haired jounin had poofed in for a visit. Hold it Sakura. Stop for a minute. Okay move. No. You gotta push it in from there, Naruto said as Kakashi opened the door. Well, I could get it in if you would come over here and put some muscle into it. Sakura replied. And maybe we should all push it in together. Hinata suggested. Kakashi at this time was looking at them almost disappointedly. You know. Kakashi started, catching the four's attention. Kakashi smiled underneath his mask. Did you push that thing through all the other doors? Everyone nodded. Kakashi smirked under the mask. That thing can fold in half, you know. What? Sakura and Naruto yelled at the top of their lungs. Kakashi walked over to the bed and moved what was thought to be a decoration on either side, then pushing the middle made the bed fold in half. Want me to help get the rest of your things? Kakashi asked, seeming to get happier at the fact that everyone was glaring at him. Didn't I ever teach you to look underneath the underneath? He asked, turning his eye into a U. After a bit more glaring Kakashi, Haku and Sakura went off to find other necessities for Haku. Naruto was left with Hinata. Not that he minded, of course. Naruto brought Hinata next door into his apartment. That fact made her spawn a new type of tomato on her face. How's seasoned chicken and rice sound? Naruto asked after a moment of searching through his cupboards. She nodded and began playing with her fingers and pursing her lips. Maybe he likes me. Maybe he really likes me. And more thoughts similar to that were going through her head. When the meal was done, they began to eat, Hinata all the while trying to refrain from doing what she had done last time he cooked for her, in the process making faces that Naruto couldn't help but smile at. You know. Naruto started, causing Hinata to jump in surprise. You should really let loose once in a while. Dig in. Naruto said as he began to shovel food in his mouth like he hadn't eaten in a week. Hinata blinked. Okay. All or nothing, she thought as she brought the plate up to her mouth and began eating as fast as Naruto. Wow. I've always wanted to do that. Hinata thought as she brought the plate down. She looked over at Naruto, who was grinning. This has always caused Hinata to blush. Now that's the girl I love. Naruto said happily. Hinata blinked. Love. She managed to stammer out. He loves me. Was her last thought before she passed out. Naruto looked dumbfounded. Well, that was unexpected, he said to himself. Oh well, at least she ate first. Naruto then went on to clean the plates. When he was done, he looked out the window and realized how late it was. He smiled softly as he picked up the unconscious Hinata and placed her gently on the couch. He went and got a blanket for her and covered her up. He then went and found a piece of paper and wrote her a note, telling her that if she woke up and went to leave, she could wake him up if she wanted. Kyubi, if she wakes up, can you? Don't worry. Thanks. Naruto yawned and went to get changed, and then climbed into bed. Chapter 10. Naruto awoke with a yawn the next morning after a nice long good night's sleep. He moved sluggishly towards his closet, but soon jolted completely awake. Hinata. He realized out loud. He quickly got dressed and replaced the genjutsu before running out to where he placed Hinata the night before. That looks very uncomfortable, the fox said. Hinata must have fainted again in the night, I guess. Hinata had her legs on the floor, but her back on the cushions and head at a 90-degree angle propped up on the back. Naruto noticed the note in her hand and sighed. Probably fainted after realizing where she was, Naruto thought, and let out a small chuckle. Naruto calmly picked her up and placed her back on the couch in a more comfortable position before going to the kitchen to make something for breakfast. He smiled as he realized how he could wake Hinata up. About an hour later, Naruto was waving a pan of freshly baked cinnamon rolls under Hinata's nose. Within seconds, Hinata was up and looked as though she would start drooling any second. She then realized she was still in Naruto's apartment and began to blush. Here's breakfast. Naruto said cheerily. TTH, thank you, she stammered. Stay calm, stay calm. Remember what happened yesterday. He said he loved. At that thought she blushed more, averting her eyes from Naruto's, the more outgoing me. The true me. By this time Naruto had opened Hinata's hand to place a cinnamon bun on her palm. Hinata realized this and began to eat. You don't need to be embarrassed around me. I mean, come on. Hinata looked up at his grinning face. Hinata smiled a little. She couldn't resist poking fun at him. Course, this is coming from the guy who picks his nose in public. She trailed off, turning a darker red, realizing he had heard her say it. Naruto just laughed. Exactly. She smiled at knowing he wasn't insulted. You just need more confidence. How about we train together today? Naruto asked, offering Hinata another cinnamon roll. I'd like that, she stammered. Well, little outbursts of confidence is better than no confidence, right? The Kyubi said, snickering a little. Had. Nose picker. Shouldn't be talking, but liquor. The fox twitched. Oh, one time? Besides, I already told you I was cleaning myself. Kyubi growled. Sure you were. After they were done eating, Naruto went to the kitchen to clean up, leaving Hinata to wander the apartment aimlessly. After about 5 minutes she found something she thought interesting. Naruto's calendar. Looking it over, her eyes soon went wide. She only had enough time to move away just as Naruto came out. Ready? He asked. She nodded and followed him out the door and down the stairs. What about your sensei? Won't he be wondering where you are? Hinata asked as they began to leave the property. Now, he'll probably end up 3 hours late as usual. What about yours? We had a day off today, she replied. Okay then, so how about we jog a bit? Naruto said. Okay. And so they began to run around the border of Konoha. However, little did they know that they would soon meet something so terrorizing. So terrifying. Something so grotesque. So annoying. So disturbing near the West Konoha gates. Lee. Guy-sensei. Lee. Guy-sensei. A teary, sweaty, muddy hug followed. Naruto watched as the two clones embraced each other. Naruto turned to Hinata. I twitching, just don't make eye contact, and I think we'll be fine, Naruto said, voice noticeably shaking. Hinata giggled. Oh. Sensei, look. Naruto swore under his breath. Ah yes, Lee. I see some youthful faces. At that the two came over. Maybe we should run. The Kitsune suggested. We are running already. Well then run faster. He yelled. Naruto grabbed Hinata's hand and sped up. No use. Hi. Hinata said, stopping as the two beasts of Konoha ran in front of them. Are you both training to strengthen your flames of youth? Guy asked, giving a bright blinding flash of glittering teeth. If so, then let me join you. Lee said very enthusiastically, giving his nice guy pose. Sure. We can be youthful together. Naruto asked, unsure. Yes, Lee helped guide them to be the most youthful they can be. Guy said. I thank you for this opportunity. Who are you? Lee asked after a moment's thought. Naruto. Hinata. Good. Now we must indulge in a youthful embrace. Guy said, giving his flashy smile again. Can't right now seeing as we're running and all. Naruto said, grinning nervously. Ch. Yes, this is true. Then next time we meet we shall indulge in the youthful embrace of youth. One of them yelled. Sure. So you coming? Naruto said, just wanting to leave the two beasts alone. Lee was a great guy and everything, but whenever he was with Guy it was just too creepy for his liking. Then an idea struck him. I should introduce Lee to Sakura. Naruto turned to Hinata. How good are you with makeovers? Naruto whispered to Hinata, who blinked. Not very. Why? After Lee, Hinata and Naruto had run around the village twice, Naruto had brought Lee to see Sakura. From a distance, of course. The three were soon spying on the pink-haired genin from up in a tree, watching her as she was waiting for Kakashi. She is beautiful. I will make her my blossom of youth. Lee quietly shouted. So do you want to maybe take her on a date? Naruto asked, smiling. Lee nodded vigorously. Then first we need to give you a bit of a makeover, Naruto said. But what would there be that she wouldn't like? My flame of youth burns so brightly and… Naruto cut him off. Not your personality but, well, Comb the hair out of the bowl shape, make tweezers your best friend, and put something on over the spandex, Naruto said, remembering what Sakura had done to Lee. A few years from now, that is. Lee looked deep in thought for a moment. Okay. I will do it if it will win the heart of Sakura. Yash. Hinata blinked. Good then, come on, I know who can help, Naruto said, leading Lee away. Yash. Echoes were still being heard. Sasuke looked around, but couldn't find the initial source. Sakura blinked and looked around nervously. Why do I suddenly have a really bad feeling? She asked herself before continuing to pace. Naruto had brought Lee to Team 10 where Ino, Shikamaru and Choji were training. Hinata started to blush when Naruto called Ino over and she smirked an all-knowing smirk. So, we wanted to know if you could help give Lee a makeover, Naruto finished explaining. Just give me one good reason why I should do this. Ino asked fuming. Naruto blinked. Well, so Lee can win Sakura's heart, and then you can have one less person out for Sasuke. He offered. Ino's eyes instantly lit up. I'll do it. You know, Naruto, you aren't half bad when you want to be. She said, slowly slipping into dream world. TCH, women. Too troublesome. Shikamaru said as he lay down. Almost as quickly as she went into dream world, she was out and began telling the others what to do. Once again, poor Lee's forehead became red. Luckily for him, Ino took care of that too. Shikamaru, who was being forced to help due to the fact that Ino wouldn't stop bothering him until he did, was watching Naruto suspiciously. It's subtle, yes, but he's definitely acting differently. He seems to have an air of power around him. Shikamaru sighed. Too troublesome to figure out why. Soon they were done and Ino was thanked. Lee looked stricken at his new image. If it will help me win Sakura's heart then. It does not matter. Why must he constantly shout? I'm getting a headache. The fox said. Now, suck it up, or are you going soft? Naruto thought back with a smirk. I'll hold that against you in the future. The Kyuubi mumbled. Naruto just rolled his eyes. Lee had soon run off to find Sakura to woo her. Ino and her team went back to the training grounds, leaving Hinata and Naruto alone once more. They walked until they came to a clearing. And Naruto? Hinata broke the silence. Well, IW was wondering if you could, Hinata started, but faded out blushing. What's the matter, Hinata? Could you? Yes. Out with it, girl. Kyuubi said, obviously annoyed. Fi. Remember what I said about being embarrassed, Naruto said, laying a hand on her shoulder. I want to spar. She finally got out. See? Okay, so to train we'll spar. Naruto smiled and jumped back, startling the girl. I wish to impress you, was her only thought as she closed her eyes momentarily. Please don't hold back. Byakugan. Naruto smiled. They got into a ready stance. Naruto held his ground as Hinata charged. She began striking furiously, making it so Naruto could only block. She got a hit square on his stomach, and another on his chest by faking where she was going. She was about to try a hold which, in a real situation, she could easily kill her opponent with one. Woohoo, alright Hinata, you can do it. Came from her left. She blinked, and used her Byakugan to look. There about 10 feet away was Naruto, cheering. She looked back to the Naruto she was fighting. No difference in chakra. Which one's the clone? She then looked squarely at the one in front of her. It was waving before. Poof. When did you? When I jumped away from you. Hinata blushed. I always knew you were great, Naruto. The sparring went on for about an hour before Hinata became tired. Naruto gave her a few leftover cinnamon rolls before she told him he should get to his team. Naruto nodded and ran off, leaving a blushing Hinata. I hope I can find something by tomorrow. She thought to herself before she left the open clearing. Naruto got to the bridge to see an angry Sakura, more than likely because of Lee, and an extremely broody Sasuke, as well as a scared-looking Kakashi. Naruto, you're not supposed to be later than me. I have a reputation to keep, you know. Kakashi said. Through the mask he looked as if he was pouting. Sorry Kakashi, but I knew you weren't going to be here for a while, so I went training with Hinata, Naruto said, shrugging. I just don't think that waiting around for you is very progressive. Sasuke snorted. Idiot does have a point. Yeah. Sasuke's right. Sakura yelled. Stop ganging up on me. Kakashi mumbled. Well, isn't that ironic? Thought he was the one who was trying to teach you that, the fox said in mock surprise. Naruto bit his lip, so as not to laugh. You really should learn to be more punctual, Kakashi. A voice came in from behind, and everyone turned to look. There, standing right behind them all, was a woman with long blonde hair, a purple diamond on her forehead and really big boobs. Aren't you? Sakura started. Tsunade, one of the legendary Sannin. Kakashi finished for Sakura. That's it for this part. If you enjoyed it, then like, share and subscribe, and also check out the playlist.